When I was 10 years old, my family went on our big annual summer camping trip with all the close relatives and friends. Some of these people I never met before. This camping trip was for 4 days. The spot that we were camping at was near the lake. We were close enough that you can hear the water hitting the shore, but can't see it unless you walk down a small trail. That night, some of the adults drove off to nearby lakes to fish and left some of the adults and kids behind to set up and hang out. On the first night there, my older brother and cousins wanted to walk to the lake to fish. This was around 9 p.m. I was younger, so I wasn't invited and had begged to tag along. They thought I was only going to get in the way, and they didn't want to babysit me and left. Without knowing any better, I tried following them. The moonlight lighted the way, and there was only really one trail that led to the lake. I got down the trail near the lake shore. I couldn't find them. I thought that maybe they walked further down the shore to fish. After walking for a few minutes, I saw a girl around my age sitting by the shore crying. I thought she was one of my cousins that came camping with us. There was so many kids camping with us that I didn't know who was who. She looked dirty and was wearing a large t-shirt and pajama pants. I asked her if she was okay and if she got lost. She ignored me at first. Then I told her, "Don't be scared. Come with me and I'll take you to your parents." I had some candy in my pocket and offered her some so she could stop crying. She then stopped crying but was still looking down. I asked her why was she at the shore crying. Was she following someone like me? She was still looking down, whispered just loud enough for me to hear, had said, "She's been here for a long time." She didn't know where she was. I asked the girl what was her name. She said May. I told May again that it was okay and that she can follow me and I'll take her to her parents. I started walking back to our camping spot. I made sure that May was following me. She wasn't crying no more but still looked sad. I was only gone for 20 minutes when I tried to follow my older brother and cousins. When I got to the camping spot, I turned around and told the girl, "We are here. Just go find your parents." She just stood there as I ran off to the other cousins that I know. I asked my cousin, "Whose daughter is that?" I saw her crying at the lake. They asked me, "Which girl?" I pointed at May, who was still standing at the same spot that I left her. They said they didn't see anyone. I waved at May to come over. My cousin then told me to stop playing around because they didn't see anyone and walked away. I thought my cousin was just joking with me. I asked May was her parents here and she shook her head. I thought maybe her parents drove off with the other adults to fish at nearby lakes. I told her she can stay with me until her parents came back, so that night she stayed with me. A few hours later, the adults who left came back. My grandpa was with the group. He got out of the car and stared at me for a bit. He waved at me to come to him and asked, "Do you feel anything or anyone around you?" I was confused and said no. He then looked up and stared at May. He said out loud, "You don't belong here. You need to leave." I was confused and turned around to look at May, but she wasn't there anymore. My grandpa then asked me again, did I see anyone tonight? I said I saw a little girl crying at the shore and brought her back to find her parents. My grandpa said, "Next time I see a kid that I didn't know crying, to walk away because they can be evil spirits or demons." He then tied a string on me and we never mentioned that night or May again. My family continued their annual family camping trip, but we had never went near that spot again. I am now 22 years old and I've always wondered about May. I always wondered if it was all a dream. Could this have been all a coincidence? A few months ago, I saw a news article about human remains found near that same lake. The article said the skeletal remains was the size of a little girl, and there was an old white t-shirt and pajama pants found near the remains. I hope May's spirit was able to find peace and move on.